Hello everyone, how have you been? I hope you have been great. I am Vicheka, a teacher of English at Prelim New Generation School. This video is about the English class in Level 2B, New Headway Elementary for Citizens. Unit 10, Where on Earth Are You? We focus on the reading The International Space Station, which is on page 82. So without further delays, let's take a look at our objective. By the end of the lesson, you guys will be able to first scan for specific information to answer the questions correctly. Second, skim for general information to identify true or false statements in the practice correctly. Okay, but before we start, I just want to review the previous lesson talking about present continuous. Okay, so everyone, do you still remember when do we use present continuous? Alright, we use present continuous to talk about action happening right now. Second, what is it, everyone? Okay, yeah, about future plan. And the last one? Yes, great. It talks about the temporary action. Okay, so now let's take a look at the example for a use of present continuous. Examples to talk about the actions that is happening right now. What should be the example? Yes, you might say right now I'm showing the slides. So it's talking about the action that is happening right now. So right now I'm showing you the slide. So we use present continuous. Okay. About next use is about the future plan, right? So what is the example? What should be the example for present continuous to talk about future plan? Okay, you might say my sister is having a good time next week. Yes, that is what your sister plans that she's going to have a good time next week. Okay, and the last one it talk about temporary action. So what should be the example? All right, you might say I'm studying online during the pandemic. So it's just a temporary action for a short period that you guys might studying online during this time, okay? And so now let's move on to our today lesson together, okay, everyone? So please take a look at these pictures, everyone. The first question for you is, what is this picture, everyone? Can you guess what is it? Okay, yes, you might say yes, it is the space. So have you ever been to the space, everyone? Yes, you might not, right? Okay. The next question for you is, what can you see, everyone? What can you see in this picture? Okay, you might say, yes, I can see many planets. So there's many planets in the space, right? And you can also see a person there. Yes, and many is one of the things there, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at some vocabularies that you might encounter in our reading. You will know more about the space in the reading, but before we are going to know some information about the space, now there are some vocabularies that you might need in order to understand the text clearly. Okay, the first word for you is orbit. Orbit. Orbit is the noun. It refers to the curved path through which objects in space move around the planet or star. Okay, it's the curved path through which objects in space move around the planet or star. And the next word is astronaut. Astronaut. Astronaut refers to a person who has been trained for traveling in space. So the person who has been trained for traveling in space is called astronaut. Okay. Next word. Some of you might know this word that you encounter in the physics subject, right? It is gravity. Gravity. Gravity refers to the force that attracts objects towards one another. Yes, it is a force that attracts one object towards one another. Okay, and next word for you is weightlessness. Weightlessness. Weightlessness refers to the state of having or appearing to have no weight. It is the fact of being affected by gravity. So when you go to the space, there's the place that there is no gravity there. So during that time, everything is floating. Okay, so weightlessness refers to the state of having no weight. And next word is compartment. Compartment. Compartment it refers to one of the separate areas inside a vehicle, especially a train or some other vehicle. And you might see the first class compartment. For example, first class compartment. This is best for first class people, right? First class compartment. And next word is agency. Agency. Agency refers to represent one group of people. Yes. Okay, so now we have overcomes the vocabulary. So let's move on to the hours reading together. Everyone, you can also open your book on page 82 to read the readings. Okay, our topic for today reading is the International Space Station. So, in order to know us about the information about the space, let's get started. Here, as we know, we are going to know about the livings. The first paragraph is about the livings and some information related to people living there. Okay, so the first, a science laboratory, 360 kilometers from Earth, a preparation for the flight to Mars, a cathedral in the sky, the International Space Station or ISS if all of this. At this very moment, the ISS is orbiting the Earth at a distance of 360 kilometers. It is flying at 22,000 kilometers per hour. It goes around the Earth 16 times a day. It took more than 100,000 billions and 14 years to develop. It is the most expensive thing ever built. Okay, so everyone, after this, let's move on to this one. It's talking about the station. The first part of the station went into space in 1998. Astronauts started to live on it in November 2000. There are usually 3 astronauts on board, and they stay for about 6 months at a time. Over the years, there have been over 200 visitors from 15 different countries. Supply ships arrive about 8 times a year. Okay, after this, moving on to the next. Yes, everyone, this picture is about people in the space. This might be the visitor or someone, we are not sure, so let's take a look. The aims of going to the space. So space agencies in the United States, Russia, Japan, Canada, and Europe are working together. They are using the zero gravity of space to do experiments in biology, physics, and astronomy. They are learning about living in space over a long time and the effects of this on the human body. The astronauts are growing plants to make oxygen. They are studying the Earth's weather and geography. And they are looking at planets and stars to understand the origin of the universe. And this one we talking about the astronauts day, how they do or how they live there. So astronauts work for 10 hours a day during the week and 5 hours on Saturday. The rest of the times they are free. They wake up at 6 and have a breakfast. There are some meetings and they decide the day's plans. They have an hours for lunch, then more work till dinners at 7. Lights out at 9:30. They do 2 hours exercise every day because wellness affects the body, muscle, and bones. Okay. And this one is about the food. Okay. There isn't a real kitchen, but there's a kitchen table. All food comes in tins and packets. There is fresh fruit only when a supply ship comes. Astronauts eat with a spoon. It is a good idea to have the food with a fork so that it's safe on the spoon and doesn't float away. They like spicy food because in space the scent of that isn't very strong. Okay. Okay. After this is about personal life of the astronaut. So they have their own sleeping compartment. They sleep in bags attached to the wall because there is no up or down in space. They sleep standing up. They have their own clothes and books and laptops. The temperature is always 72 Fahrenheit, so astronauts usually wear shorts and a t-shirt. There isn't a showers, but there's 2 toilets. In their free time, they spend emails, home, read, and play games. But what they like to do best is to look out the windows at Earth below. Okay, so after reading this, the last one is about the future of ISS, International Space Station. The ISS The ISS is the first of many space stations. There isn't a date yet for a manned trip to Mars, but space agencies are already talking about it. One thing is sure, at some time the 21st century, it will certainly happen. Okay. After the reading, so now let's move on to the practice. So what you have to do in the practice is to identify the true or false statement. You can go back to scan through the text whether it is true or false. So we have the first sentence is the ISS is flying very fast. Number 2, it's flying a long way from Earth. And the last one, number 3 is goes around the Earth every 19 minutes. 90 minutes, okay? It goes around the Earth every 90 minutes. And number 4, new supplies arrive once a month. Okay, everyone, you might go back to skim the text or to understand which sentence is true or false. Okay. You have some time to do this. Okay, so now let's check. The first one, the ISS is flying very fast. So, is the information true or false, everyone, after reading? Yes, that is true. It's flying very fast. Number 2, it's flying along a ways from Earth. Okay, is the information true or false? Case that is false. Okay. Number 3, it goes around the Earth every 90 minutes. Is the information true or false? Right, that is true. And number 4, new supply arrives once a month. Talking about the astronaut food, so talking about the new supplies arrive the space once a month. So yes, the information is false. And next practice, we have more sentence. The Americans are competing against Russians and Europeans. Number 6, they are doing a lot of scientific experiments. Number 7, they are doing the Earth and its history. And the last one, they are looking for life on other planets. So which sentence are true and which sentence are false? Okay, one number 5. Okay, let's spend some time thinking out the information, whether it's true or false. So number 5, everyone, is the information true or false? Is it true that Americans are competing against Russian and European? Alright, that is false. Okay. Number 6, they are doing a lot of scientific experiments. So the sentence is yes, true. Number 7, they are doing the Earth and its history. So this sentence is yes, it's false. And number 8, they are looking for life on all the planets. Is it true or false? Yes, that is false. Okay, so after identifying true and false statement, let's move on to the next practice. So what you have to do in this practice is to read the text and find the answer. Okay, everyone, and we have the keywords works every day. So from this keyword, you have to create a question to ask the astronauts about work every day. So what should be the question that you use to ask the astronauts? Yes, the question can be, do you work every day? Yes. Next keyword, wake up. So what should be the question from this keyword? Yes, the question can be, what time do you wake up? Yes. And next word, sleeps. So what should be the question, everyone? Yes, alright. Where do you sleep? Okay. Next word, was. Okay. The question is, how do you was? Okay. And 3 times. The question is, everyone, what should be the question? Alright. The question is, what do you do in your free times? So, what do you do in the free times? Next word, eat. Yes, what do you eat? And next keyword, exercise. So, what should be the question to ask about this exercise? Alright, what exercise do you do? Okay, what exercise do you do? So from the keyword, we have created questions. Do you work every day? What time do you wake up? What do you do in your free times? What do you eat? Okay, so from the questions, we have where do you sleep? How do you wash? What exercise do you do? Okay, so we have 7 questions. Okay, we have 7 questions from the keywords that we have used to ask the astronauts. Okay, so the question for question 1, do you work every day? So everyone, the astronauts, there's more than one astronaut, okay? So the answer is, what do you work every day? From the reading, everyone, do they work every day? Okay, so in the question why you create do you work every day, but meanings that you are asking the astronaut, but you have to find the answer in the text. That's why you say, do you work every day? Not do they work every day. It seems like you imagine you and the astronaut are having an interview with one another. And you are asking the astronauts about their daily life in the space. Okay? So the question is, do you work every day? And number 2, what time do you wake up? So answering to this question, for question 1, do you work every day? Do the astronauts work every day, everyone? Yes, so the astronaut might say, we work Monday to Saturday, but not Sunday. Okay, it is the information from the reading that the astronaut work Monday to Fridays but not Sunday. What time do you wake up? What time do the astronaut wake up? Yes, we wake up at 6. Okay, at 6. Next question. What do you do in your free times? And when or what do you eat? From the astronaut answer is yes, we send emails home, read and play games. Number 4, do you eat? What do you eat? So information from the astronaut, everyone. What do they eat? Alright. Yes, all our food is in things or packets. We have fresh fruit and spicy food. Okay. So they have fresh fruit and spicy food. Okay. So now, okay, so next, the next question, where do you sleep? Number 5, where do you sleep? And then this answer from the astronauts that we have our own sleeping compartment. We sleep in bags attached to the walls and we sleep standing up. Yeah, so the astronauts sleep standing up, everyone. And number 6, how do you wash? Okay, can you find any information in the reading? Okay, everyone, can you find any information there? So for these points, there's no information provided. How do you wash? They did not mention and the text. Okay, and the next question, what exercise do you do? Yes, there are information in the reading. So we do 2 hours exercise every day. Yes, and the last question. Okay, and there's more additional information that they usually wear shorts and t-shirts. Okay, so everyone, after identifying through 4 statements and answering to the question about the text, now let's come to the last slide of our today lesson, which is your homework. What you have to do in the homework is to go back to the readings and find the information that related to what do these numbers from the article refer to. We have 100 billion, 15, 1998, 8, 6, 0, and 1, and 2000. So go back to the readings and find the information about this number in the article. Okay. Okay, so everyone, thank you for watching this video. And if you have any question, please drop it here. And good luck, everyone. Goodbye.